Hey, Zill Brothers here once again. I want to make another video. This one is about the Chicago Bears. Now, y'all know I'm not no big fan of the Chicago Bears, but I feel bad for them sometimes because you know how their franchise been going ever since the 80s when they last was any good. And what happened with the Chicago Bears was they are intending to move out of the city of Chicago to the city of Arlington to build their stadium there. And the problem that they're having with the city of Chicago is that the city is so messed up in so many different ways. It's being run by a lunatic mayor that we've detailed in other videos. Also, one of the ugliest mayors in the city, in the country of the United States, as we also detailed in one of our videos. And when you look at this spat that's going on between the city of Chicago and the Chicago Bears, what happened is they're simply saying enough is enough. You guys aren't helping out our team. You guys aren't helping out our brand. We got to go. And we're going to go somewhere that people like us. And that's a business's right. But it turns out an Illinois senator has put forward a bill that will make the Bears a publicly owned team if they don't do what they want. Now, some people would take this as a sensational story. And some people, when I looked at news articles about this that mentioned this, they made it seem like such a minor deal that a senator would introduce a bill like that. I have to tell you, there is nothing that speaks more of dictatorship than taking something from someone else just because you don't like what they're doing with it. You recognize it's theirs because the law even says it, right? So the law that he's introducing is saying it will transfer the ownership from them to the public. So you will take and steal from somebody else because they don't do what you want them to do with their own property. That is the definition of dictatorship. And oftentimes we see these stories and we just turn another eye to it and say, oh man, that's kind of a silly bill. It's more than a silly bill. It's somebody who's got dictatorial leanings. It's somebody who is a fan of autocracy. And what we really need to do, if we really want to treat our democracy seriously, we need to take people like that, recall them, throw them out of office, and they should be so ashamed that they shouldn't even show their face in public. Because when you have somebody who's pushing something like this, they don't even believe in democracy anymore. And we as a people got to stand up against things like this. That's why I'm pushing this idea called local first. And what I mean by local first is not a union idea, but it is simply this. So oftentimes when we get involved in politics, we get so tribal. We get so tribal that if we are Republican and a Republican say something stupid, we still going to defend it because a Republican said it. And if we a Democrat and a Democrat say something stupid, we going to be for it, even though we know in our heart they wrong. And we don't look at the facts of the issues. We don't look at the truth. We become so tribal. And the more the issue is divorced from us, the easier it is for us to get tribal. Instead, what I ask people to do is get involved in your local politics, in your city, in your town, in your county, because that's where you can stop lying to yourself and you can start being honest about what are the real causes of the problems in our community and what are the real solutions. And oftentimes you will find that the issues are a lot less complicated when they become closer to home. So when you look outside your window and you see somebody beating up somebody else, and you know you're not going to step in and do nothing, right? Because you're scared. The other person might have a gun. So who you going to call? You're going to call the police. And you expect them to respond fast. A simple solution to that would be have more police officers available. So the idea of defund the police is a national movement, but it's a stupid movement because it doesn't make sense when you look outside your own door. When you look at local, you recognize the stupidity of that idea. But when you look nationally, you can be behind that because you can make it a race issue. You can make it a civil rights movement issue. When in reality, it's just bad public policy. So I'm pushing this idea local first because we got to pay attention to the politics that affect us profoundly, which is in our own schools, our own neighborhoods, and our own towns. So start there first. And when we see politicians doing stupid things, we have to hold them accountable. And if we don't, we can expect our country to continue to slide away from us.